Wagwan. Tis your boy, Jeton Legendary, and we have another Cyberpunk photography session. Look here, people, we have military theme. But it's just one character for this one, because this is my military character, Tanya Pinkett. Okay, we did Forest, regular military, we did Spec Ops, Saucy, and then Arctic Saucy. I mean, all three came out straight heat. I love the way these came out. These are going to be for photos of the week, 4th of July edition. So I'm doing a whole lot of American theme. I mean, by the time you guys see this, it'll be long past 4th of July. But you know what I'm saying. With that being said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. Share with your peoples. Join the legendary clan. Support the channel. Consider becoming a member. We got little perks and whatnot. You can check out the gaming channel. I upload a lot of the behind the scenes and other various gaming videos. You check out the music channel. Got some new stuff over there. Instagram, that's where I post most of these photos. And Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. With that being said, let's get into these military styles. Alrighty, my good peoples. First character's her first set is done. This is the gun she's using. Okay, G3. Let me see the freaking. We're using the G3. Okay, as you can see, it's got the green camo on it, just like the Fit. Although I'm not sure why her locks are all pink. It might be an issue I messed up on. I might have not downloaded a texture that was required. But it's all good. For now, at least. I'll fix it whenever I can. If possible, I mean. And then the little 357. Okay. This is what we got for the setup. What the fuck am I looking at? We are underneath our character's chin. That is awful. The setup. It ain't big, as you can see. But wait till we actually use it. Okay, wait till you see the magnificence of it. Let's go ahead and bring that sunlight up a little bit. Let's go ahead and increase them graphics. We have a slight problem. It turns out these trees are incredibly dense. So as you can see, I'm lagging pretty fucking bad. I didn't think that would be the case, but I guess so. I'm gonna have to really do some magic work here, because I gotta do this on regular ultra if that's the case. I didn't think trees would give us that much problems, but I guess so. Just some dang trees. But I guess Cyberpunk trees are a lot heavier than I realized. Doing lagging like crazy, boy. Okay, I got it to work. I think it just wasn't loading properly. I mean, it's still slow, but it's not as bad as it was just before. I think though, I think I'm gonna have to go with the volumetric fog on this one. We're so fucking far out that you're not gonna be able to really see it here. And for this one, because I want it to look like she's supposed to be meshing into the forest, you know, with camo and all, we're not even gonna be close enough to see it. So we're gonna go with the 35 on this one. I'm gonna reduce the depth of field a little bit because I want to see more of the vegetation just a bit. Let's go ahead and scroll that jump a little bit back. I'm gonna say about 30. That's where I usually go. I do 50. Not like 30. Not too far up, but not too far down. I want to see a bit of the vegetation here. Got a lot of it, so I want to actually see it. Go ahead and darken that a little bit. Some of that contrast up in there. Look at the colors. Look how the colors just pops, man. Well, you gotta add contrast to your joint. Never want it to be too gray, and since we're going with a single lamp setup and you can't see her face, skin at all, we don't need to darken anything. This is fucking gorgeous here. My problem is, are we gonna be able to see this rifle? Because I feel like the pistol or something might pop up more, which is not what we want in this instance. In this instance, we don't want the pistol to show up. We want the rifle, because the rifle has the green camo all over it. Problem is, I don't know how much it's actually going to show up. Need, of course, our most militant poses. There's all these poses. She looks like she really out here just goofing. Oh, you can kind of see her. Your eyeball right there. I see a pistol, and not a revolver. A pistol that... Oh, that's the dang... I forgot, that's the stock pistol, that dang 1911 mod I had got some time ago. I need the rifle, man. You wasn't even supposed to have a dang revolver. I mean, what? You wasn't supposed to have a 1911. Have her equipped with a revolver. Why is it showing pistol? I mean, it is a great looking 1911. I guess I can't complain too much. That is my all-time favorite pistol. But she has, I almost forgot to give her dang mask some eyeglasses. That was almost bad. You could see through the dang tubes on her mask, straight to her eyes. I'm like, that's not supposed to look like that. Have her not looking at the camera in this case. Let's we'll go about. You see your eyes a little bit, but that's fine. As long as she got all her proper mask on it, whatnot. We're going with a single lamp setup because, as you can see, it still makes her pop real well, but at the same time, I want it to look like a stealthy type thing. You ain't gonna get no stealthier single lamp setup. Adds all the perfect amount of light you need without going overboard. Because we're not too worried about the shadows and whatnot. I'm gonna bring her light down just a tiny bit. Like fitting should do the job. If that, bring it. I said a little bit. This joint moving like crazy. Now see how it makes her pop, but at the same time not too much. She still has that forest stealthy look that we're looking for. You see all the beautiful golden rays in the background. See, now the beautiful part about this island is fucking auto adjustment. The beautiful part about the island is the volumetric fog doesn't affect you too bad out here. We're so fucking far outside of the dang city that you don't really see it all that much. Okay, you don't see it very much at all, but we still get all those nice golden sun rays. The background actually doesn't look too bad. Gotta increase her lighting a little bit, about 15. Good. Background actually doesn't look bad at all. Made it look a little bit more golden, a little darker than I had it, but actually not bad looking. Actually not too bad looking at all. The one issue I'm seeing is the plants are moving a lot, so you can see them kind of see the gradient. That's what you call it. You can see the bad depth of field. The depth of field is causing a lot of blurring because the plants are moving. The way I can reduce that is to reduce the depth of field though, so about 50 should be good. Try that one more time. Yeah, see, that looks pretty good. It looks a lot better. I ain't gonna lie, this is the few times that auto adjustment actually works. Looks pretty good right there. Can't even lie to you. Pretty good. That looking like real quick. Know what's happening? The depth of the trees is falling off for some reason. But like, not really in a bad way. I just kind of forgot that was a thing. It usually happens to the character's hair. It reduces the density of their hair. Well, it used to at least. Not really anymore. That's something I used to have an issue with. Was that any time I would do stuff, the depth of my character's hair would fade. It's like they were going bald and crap. That used to happen a lot. It's doing it with the trees. Something I haven't seen happen in a hot minute. Like right at the helm. Right about there should be good. Actually, just tilt that up a little bit. Not too high, because I don't want you to see that there's no trees directly in front or over her head. Just enough, you know what I mean? We couldn't put no trees directly over her, because then that would reduce the density that we were looking for. I wanted the density to be perfect, so I'm like, alright, we're not going to put no trees over her head, though. There'll be trees all around her, not directly over her. It's gonna be like a little grove. That's where the character's gonna be. Grove of sorts. That in just a little closer. Right about there, that should be good. Stop adjusting! Now it's adjusting too fucking much. You be having some masterful creations, and that auto just bullcrap starts ruining things. Adjust it again, soon it's gonna be so fucking dark, all you gonna see is her. Gave me one decent adjust, and now I keep doing it. You ain't gonna be able to see nothing soon. It's clean, but if it keep doing it, you ain't gonna be able to see crap soon. Okay, the pistol is cool and all, but where the fuck is her rifle at? Oh, we in the handgun pose. So where the fuck is the rifle at? See nothing. That pose back. I don't remember where rifles show up at though. Oops. Not really what I'm looking for, but it kind of works for some. Her pants are clipping through the dang knee pads, or the thigh pads. I thought those were for that. I guess not. If it was, it wouldn't be clipping. Everything else ain't clipping. Well, actually, the shoulder guards are clipping a little bit, but can't really tell that much. I'm seeing more pistol. I don't want to see the pistol. Where's the revolver? I mean, where's the rifle? Well, yeah, where's the revolver, actually? The revolver was for this set. Not a pistol. I didn't have a pistol for this set. I had a revolver for this. What is that? Where's that? Oops. Not what I was trying to do, but it kind of works. See, the background is getting darker and darker. Not good. Soon we ain't gonna be able to see crap, so I'm gonna have to see if I can get this crap to readjust itself. The background wasn't supposed to be that dark. See, now if we bring that light up too much, look how gray it is. I don't like the grayness, man. It's too gray. It's ugly. What the fuck is this mouse doing? I did not click down there. It's time to clean the sensor again. Clean the sensor in a minute. You always clean the sensor. Getting dusty and you never realize it. Okay, I need this to auto adjust. Okay, it got a tiny bit brighter. Not by very much. I saw that. It did adjust. Just barely. A very small amount of adjustment. Smallest adjustment known to mankind. Not gonna help us in the case of our photos becoming way too dang dark. It go up a tiny bit though. I need a little bit more than that to ensure that my photo will not go so dark we won't be able to see the dang background. Okay, boom. It didn't adjust this time. Good. No adjustment. No adjustment needed. I know what I'm doing out here, you know what I mean? I don't need no adjustments. No fucking... I need them to absolutely get rid of that crap, though. It makes no sense to add adjustment to photo mode. The whole point of photo mode is so that the person who's creating can adjust everything the way they need it to be. Yeah, sure, there's going to be some people who might not be that good at it yet, and they might need it. But that's the whole process of learning. We have an auto adjustment. How do you ever learn? You know, you can't learn if something is doing the work for you. You feel what I'm saying? That's like, right? That's like, let's say you're going to college for something specific. You're using like AI or something for English or math because you don't really give a crap about those. You just need to pass them to ensure that you can keep going through your main class. But then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna use it even for the main class that I signed up for. How you supposed to learn? You know what I mean? How you supposed to learn? You Yeah, I mean, you went for fucking music, but you're using AI to help you through the music. You gotta learn the music yourself, you know what I mean? That part you're supposed to do on your own. English and math, forget about it. Fucking use all the AI you need. Get that crap out the way. You know what I'm saying? But the actual important joint that you're going for, man, shoot, man. Dude. He's supposed to cheat on the main thing. I don't need music poses, I need gun poses. She ain't in the forest making music. Ain't no forest music. This is supposed to be about military stuff. Where's the guns? Shotgun is alright, but I need my rifle and my revolver. I gave her a rifle and a revolver for a reason. I ain't seen either one of them yet. Keep seeing the dang 1911. Looks great, but not what I signed up for. Okay. It was supposed to be no 1911. It was supposed to be a revolver. Darken up again. I'm gonna keep doing that. Now I gotta keep going back and forth with the adjustments. Now we gotta go back here. Take a screenshot. It didn't get any brighter, so that didn't help. Yeah, they gotta get rid of that crap, man. The auto adjustment is bad. I don't need it. Doesn't help. Doesn't help me at all. The main one I'm looking forward to, though, is the winter setup. That one's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have her out in the mountains. Okay, I'm gonna make it look real Cold War-ish. And in the Spec Ops one, we're gonna find like an inside building. I think the Grand Imperial Mall would probably be really good for that. Have it look like she's snooping and sneaking around as a super spy and crap, the super stealth, greatest soldier in all of Night City type crap, which I guess she technically is, because she got all kinds of dang gear sets, all kinds of gear, all kinds of armor, all the dang military trucks you could possibly want. You got everything you could possibly need as a soldier in Night City. She's a running gun build. She's one of my rare characters who isn't my first three and actually has a build. She excels with all guns. All physical guns, not the smart weapons. I don't really care for the smart weapons. I mean, they're cool for like little netrunner builds and stuff, but regular guns are way more fun. You know, running a gun, it feels like you're playing Call of Duty, but in Cyberpunk, just pull up to a group of fucking fools and just lay them all down. And never take a single bullet because you're just sprinting and shooting the whole time through. Prep is way more fun, in my personal opinion. In my personal opinion, I do have a netrunner, but that's Victoria. That's Texas. No, not Texas. Kentucky V, Country V. She's a half netrunner, half stealth build. But it is good fun. Don't get me wrong. I do have a netrunner, but even on her, I don't use smart weapon. I use a regular pistol, a revolver, and a sniper rifle. All three suppressed, undetected, and spreading fucking contagions. Although I don't really use the contagion on that character. I'm gonna make a new character who's gonna excel in contagion. Just be giving people diseases and crap. She's gonna spread diseases to everything in Night City walking. Except it's the worst way well, the second worst way possible. I'm gonna say the worst way possible is those disgusting people who, you know they got some diseases, so they be going around getting it in with people on purpose. That's the worst way. That's called being a disgusting piece of garbage. But the second worst way is hacking into people's brain, spreading the contagion. And that's the second one. Where are my gun poses, man? These little saucy military-ish poses. We're gonna be using these for the next two sets, not this one. That's why we did this one first. Leeway, so YouTube can't be like, "Hey, you're doing crazy stuff." I mean, I never get that. They're real good at you know, if it's for the purposes of photography, they're perfectly fine with it. I'm about to die. They're fine with it. If not, then not so much. You glitching. know it's supposed to be about military and gun poses, but I mean it's kind of it's a clean flex pose. I gotta make use of it real quick. Oh, it finally brightened up a little bit, just enough. Clean flex pose though. Gotta use that real quick. I would like to see the rifle though. I gave her a rifle on for a reason. Ain't seen it yet. Got that big old G3 and I ain't seen it yet, man. Got that G3, where is that? A great rifle. I just keep seeing this dang 1911. I didn't even give her a 1911, so I don't know why she has a 1911. Is a dang revolver, a dang Desert Eagle, and a P320. Where we getting the dang 1911 from, huh? We're gonna have to go to the old school poses so I can at least see a rifle. Gave her a rifle and I ain't seen a rifle yet. Know what I'm saying? I wish you could spawn certain weapons. If you could spawn certain weapons, it would make things easier to work with. Kinda like now. Oh, there go the dang revolver. Finally. I'm gonna have to keep her looking at the camera, because that one, she ain't looking at the camera at all. Or you know, actually no. Now that we can finally see the dang revolver. Up a little high, actually, this one. Now that we can actually see the revolver, we're gonna have to switch over to manual targeting. So the revolver be nice and clean too. Ooh, wrong way. Gave her a revolver, we can actually see it now. Look at that. Revolver. Lower the lighting though. Can't see that jump. Can't see that jump, bro. I ain't gonna lie, last night I was goofing around on my little private server, Warcraft, and I was having good fun. I don't know if it was because I was sleepy and loopy, or if I was just genuinely having fun. But then again, at the same time, there was one reason why I always loved that little private server, was because it's more genuine fun. It makes Warcraft feel like a game, not a job. I think that's probably why I was having so much dang fun. I just realized the wires in the suit is also clipping through the shoulder pads. Oh no, it's not. That's supposed to be like... I just realized there's a plug there. See it right there. Plug. Now, where's the dang rifle? I don't want to use the submachine gun. Okay, there it goes. I don't want to use the submachine gun because that's for the next set. That's for Grand Imperial Mall. Got this rifle right here for a reason. There's a reason for this rifle. Got the green camo on it, just like a fit. Oh, whoa! Oh, I'm gonna see what the heck was that. The gun looked like it started multiplying. Correct. Now, is there more than one rifle pose? You tell me this is the only rifle pose I can get out of all of this? We got the rifle and I can only get one pose out of it, man. Check to see these photos real quick. These look absolutely fantastic. Though I'm not gonna lie, she look like the dang Malorian from Star Wars. Not the Malorian, that's the dang gun in this game. The Mandalorian, the guy who rocks the Boba Fett. What's his dang name? I forget. He's the one that rocks the brown outfit. Is it the Malorian? I think it might be the Malorian. No, that's the dang gun from Cyberpunk. What is he called? He's the Mandalorian. Spell that on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he rocks the... Or is that the movie? I'm pretty sure it's Boba Fett. Boba Fett is the guy who rocks the brownish fit. Unless I'm not remembering correctly. Okay, yeah, he looked like she looked like Boba Fett. He rocks the brownish outfit, the brownish green outfit. It's funny that I know that and I haven't watched a single bit of Star Wars. I have never watched Star Wars in my life, folks, but yet I know a decent amount about it. How does that work? I don't know. Got a lot of cool stuff in that movie, in the movies. I always knew the stuff. I just never watched the movies, which is odd. I know Darth Maul. I know whose weapon is whose. I mean, who's father of who. All that crap. The ships and everything. Darth Vader's different variants and all that crap. But I've never watched a single one. That's the crazy part. I know a good amount about Star Wars. I've just never seen one before. Which is crazy how that works. It's crazy how big something is that you don't even have to watch it to know about a lot of it. There's just a lot of cool stuff in it. A lot of cool stuff. I've always plus my dad really likes Star Wars. So I always knew about it, but then I never knew anything about it until probably in my teens when I really started looking at this stuff. I'm like, you know, this stuff kind of cool. I see why so many people like Star Wars. Never seen a single movie or show. Not once. I barely even seen clips. That's the crazy part about it. The amount of knowledge I have on Star Wars, yet having never seen a single show or movie, is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. And you know, I'm a little disappointed because I always forget that May 4th is when, you know, people be doing the May 4th, May the 4th be with you and all that. I have Star Wars stuff on the game. I've only done one Star Wars set though. I need to do more. That'd be sick. Maybe for Halloween. Because Halloween is coming soon. Okay, October is on the horizon. Alright, 3 months from now. So I've been getting a lot of spooky stuff ready and set up to go. Because I will do a crap ton of Halloween photo sessions again like we did before. This time I'm not gonna forget to fucking upload them. I'm just disappointed I still haven't fixed the male character, so he's gonna have to be a dang ghost again. Which I would prefer him not to be a ghost, but I mean, there's no fix for it still. What can I do? Ooh, the sun rays look crazy. Hold on, we're gonna go. Actually, let me go downwards so they don't. No! I need them sun rays, baby. Ah, shit. So right there then. See it a little bit there. See it a little bit up here. Can I angle this? Will we lose the sun rays if I angle this? Okay, not really. But with the revolver in hand, our last photo for this one. Then we move on to the Spec Ops. And boom. These are gorgeous. The military theme, maybe. This will drop after 4th of July, but you'll be seeing all these photos in the photos of the week for 4th of July. Of course, the thumbnail is going to have to be whatever character I got wearing an American flag on. Which, I'm probably going to do a little bit more, honestly. If I'm not going to be doing nothing else today, I'm more than likely just going to do a crap ton of photos, honestly. Matter of fact, when I finish recording this, I'm probably going to stream. By the time y'all see this, that had already happened. Alright, let's move on to the Spec Ops. We gotta pull up to the Grand Imperial Mall. Hopefully this time we can actually use the weapons that my character's wearing. Not a dang random 1911, which did kind of match, but it's not what I need. The rifle and the revolver, not dang 1911. Now, boom, here we are at the Grand Imperial Mall. I think it's pretty obvious why we want to pull our character up here. Now, I have not done photos here in a very long time on 2 different characters. Now, check the quality on these 2, right? These are some years ago. I wasn't all that great yet at what I was doing. There were some options, but at the time, those were paid options. So some people was doing straight heat photos. My stuff was alright. They were decent for what you could do as, you know, somebody who didn't have the paid mods that certain people was using. Some of those mods were real great, but you know, I'm not huge on buying random mods a lot of the times, unless they're just like straight amazing. Which, don't get me wrong, there definitely was some decent stuff, but that wasn't really a thought in mind, honestly. So let's see what we can do here. I'm pretty sure I didn't turn down the graphics, so we're good to just go straight away. Let's see. Should be able to pull off some heat. And boom, we're facing the opposite direction of the lights, of course. I want to be able to see that in the background. It's real fancy. I think for this one, I want to do the usual close-up, or am I trying to stay far away? I think for this, I'm going to do close-up, because the background of the mall in its destroyed state is fairly perfect. Since we're going for the stealthy look, I'm probably going to go with one lamp setup as well for this. Go with an entropy light, make it mostly a blue hue to match the background here. Or a little more blue than that. I want it to basically look like the mall, actually. You see a nice ghostly blue like that? That's real pretty. Real pretty. You don't even have to touch too much of the light, honestly. Maybe duplicate that so we can do work with two. Actually, just back it up a bit. It's a little too close. I mean, this light isn't very high, but yet we're getting a lot of range here. That's because it is quite close. Matter of fact, let me add a bit of contrast in there, get that color down a bit. A 10 should do good because it's already fairly dark in here. We don't need it too much darker. Oops. I'm changing the light range. We don't touch the light range. Light amount. I see how it has that real gorgeous, ghostly blue-like color. Real pretty. Something in my dang eye. Now is not the time. Okie dokie. Still in my eye, but I'm trying to get crap done here, so it'll come out at some point. As a kid, though, I'm about to say something I'm sure all y'all already know. As a kid, I sure enough thought that when like a hair or something got in your eye, it stayed there. I thought I had the nightmarish scenario of hair being at the back of my eye sockets. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I thought that was the case until I learned some couple of years later that is not the case. No hair could sit at the back of your eyeballs. It eventually just simply falls out. I learned that. I was like, that's good. Because the thought of having hair at the back of my eyes was pretty spooky. See if that's going to auto adjust on us at all. If not, that is perfect. That's gorgeous right there. The color of the blue is near perfect to the mall, but of course, you know, with her skin tone, it's not going to be like 100%. But this is more than good. This is about what I was looking for. It did not auto adjust, so that's good. We can move on now. See what that looked like real quick though. Very clean, but there is a light behind her, so the lack of light shading makes it look a little two-dimensional. What I mean. No shading behind her. You know what? I think we might actually just be able to go with the regular setup and just make it very blue. Actually, no, that might be too much. Let me just duplicate a light and then we'll use that for the... Yeah, see the background shading. Give her more light in the back. It makes it look a lot more three-dimensional. Or should I do two extra lights to give her? I'm gonna do 2 extra lights. That one will be for the other side. See, now she has light between. Will sound a little crazy, but there's light between the legs now, which makes sense. because there is an entire gargantuan beam of light behind her. Yeah, see, that adds a whole lot more depth to the image now. Then the light on the side, which there are indeed lights over there on the side. With just the two on her front, it was looking a little two-dimensional. Now it looks a lot better. Tell that there are indeed lights all over the place now, which there is. So, boom, you know what I'm saying? Boom. This is clean. This is clean right here. This is what I wanted it to. This is what I was thinking of when I was thinking I need to do a Spec Ops theme for her, which I have not done yet. This is clean, but it adjusted at some point. So it's very bright all of a sudden. It's also very laggy all of a sudden. That's fine. But I don't, it's extra bright, way brighter than I want it to be. Adjusted on me at some point. I didn't see it happen. When I looked at the image, I'm like, that is not what we just did. That is not what we just did. I think this might be a little too dark though. About to see right. Image does what it do. This is far superior than anything I ever did back in the day when I did some stuff here. This is beautiful. Okay, yeah, no, that looks a trillion times better with the light behind her. It don't look so two-dimensional, you know what I mean? So one-dimensional. Now we really on some Spec Ops activity right now, son. Probably not going to use these ones too much, though. Because, obviously, by the theme of the outfit here, it's going to be kind of a mix of both. Kind of like, what's that, Metal Gear Solid, that one game they did, didn't make a whole lot of sense. It had the one character that everybody fell in love with. She was, very underdressed for a dang mission like that. I never understood the point of it when I was younger in that first drop. I think mainly she was cool and all, but wasn't that great looking of a character. She was alright, you know what I'm saying? She was alright. But I'm like, I understand though. I understand. People like a character who is not only saucy but also just strong, you know. That's all my characters really. That's like back in the day, well, honestly, I can't even say back in the day. That was just all pretty much the entire stint that I was playing Warcraft. A lot of times, because I mean, why I would dress my characters like that was because it just, in a technical sense, it does make your character extremely powerful. I mean, how many people can run around slaughtering, smacking, never falling, right? That's what I do in PvP. I don't die in PvP. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe today I ain't been on Warcraft in like 3 months, but when I was playing, me dying in PvP, extremely unlikely. Anybody netting a kill on me in PvP, you either had to get some amazing luck because I was getting jumped and you just so happened to get the last hit, or I did something stupid and I got myself killed. But like dying to people, never. Especially on my female characters, never. Because I always had them underdressed. I would refuse death on those characters because I know people was gonna do some weird crap if I did die, so I would never die. So in a technical sense, those characters are much more powerful. You know what I'm saying? You would have people like, oh man, you guys are dressing your characters these way. I'm like, these characters who are dressed like this are the characters who I try hard the most on. You know what I'm saying? Which I guess I can't even say technically. They just are my best characters. Because I know somebody is going to probably try to do some weird stuff, so I refuse to die. I don't die on characters like that, which makes them my most powerful character. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could have them in a full set of gear, but I also don't have to. You know? Depends on how swaggy I want the character to be. Like now, she look fucking great in this fit. This blue light is perfection. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but this looks great right here. I did a good job on this. This is magnificent. You know what I'm saying? This is magnificent. Man, wait till I get my hands on Photoshop, son. It's over. Wait till I get my hands on Photoshop, son. It's over, son. You know what I mean? It's fucking over, baby. I'm making heat like this on the raw game. Wait till I get my hands on Photoshop, son. Y'all, you know what I mean? People ain't ready for that. You know what I mean? People's just not ready for that. Folks ain't ready for when I get my hands on Photoshop, cuz. You know what I mean? I just said cuz on accident. I was trying to say something else, but I couldn't think of anything, so I said cuz. Something I've never said in my life. Sounded terrible. Make sure I never say that again. For real though, wait till I get my hands on Photoshop. It's over, you know what I mean? I don't know why it's lagging so much all of a sudden. But the job, actually no, I like this area over here. It looks better back here. Not talking about her, I mean, obviously she looks better, she looks great from any angle, but what I mean is this side of the mall looks cooler. This side of the mall look cooler, so we'll over. Back a little bit, about there. That's good. Wait till your boy get his hands on Photoshop. You heard? I messed up on them gargantuan knee pads. Them things as big as fuck. And yeah, we gonna show those knee pads just a little less. I completely did not think about it. I was supposed to get the adjuster, the get little adjuster joints, and it tightens up the character's parts that you aren't using paints for. Because obviously the guy or lady, I don't really know, the person that made them knew that people was gonna use them for all types of reasons. Okay, regular military, saucy military, you know what I mean, like we doing right now, or more like Spec Ops. This is more like some Spec Ops type stuff. The full black fit, the dark mall. I ain't talking about no Star Wars character. That's another word I just realized. Two words that sound the same and mean completely different things. Mall and mall. Mall, you know, I'm gonna go to the mall and check out what see if they got any new stuff, you know, some shoes or something. Get some shoes, get some clothes or something. You got mall. My cat lost his dang mind and fucking mauled me, man. That's why I don't trust cats. They really do be doing stuff like that. Got some cats that are ultra loving and some cats that just want pain. They don't want peace, they want destruction. My problem is, usually when somebody else wants destruction, I start wanting destruction too. I can't be out here attacking animals, that's not good. Even if you did attack me first, that's not a good look. Not a good look. Did it just adjust on me? Man, I'm about to spam the freaking Cyberpunk forums and tell them to get rid of the auto adjusting in Photomode. Get rid of it. No one wants it. No one needs it. I don't think it actually adjusted. I think I'm just saying correct. Okay, no, it definitely adjusted. It's a little brighter. It's bright enough that it's freaking noticeable. This photo. Delete. It's getting laggier and laggier every picture. Soon we're gonna have to back out and then come back in. The lag is getting pretty noticeable. Oh, now it adjusted. What the really? Stop fucking adjusting, yo. They got to get rid of that adjustment crap. They got to. Ruins crap, man. That's too dark. I put a little too much darkness on it, I think I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, he's coming out heat. Okay, then we're gonna do the winter setup. Now you're probably wondering how the heck you gonna do that. You're gonna see. Your boy has something for every freaking thing, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do. Okay. Okay, actually that's perfect. I thought I added a little too much darkness. Nope, that's what it was before it decided to adjust itself. Boy got something for everything. You're gonna see the winter setup. It's about to be crazy. Because I was thinking yesterday, I'm like, what am I gonna do for her? Because I want to do a bunch of military themes since we're going along the lines of the whole 4th of July joint, which obviously you got to do some military stuff if you're going to go 4th of July, right? Then it got me thinking, like, snow. I was thinking about Cold War, Call of Duty Cold War. That was the last great Black Ops 6 is alright. In terms of multiplayer, Cold War was the last great Call of Duty. Okay. In terms of multiplayer, so I'm thinking, boom, Cold War era. I know dang well I got snow stuff. Let's do some snow. So, you gonna see. You gonna see. Hopefully. Mod is kind of old. Oh shoot, I spoiled it. I got a snow mod. It's kind of old though. I don't know. Hopefully it still works. Kind of old. It should still work. There hasn't been a new update yet. Well, it should still work. Hopefully, of course. Hopefully. Saying it should still work, but there's no guarantee that it does. Holding the pistol properly and everything. It's a fairly large pistol, so it's kind of hard to get them to hold it right sometimes. The big pistol, the 45, man. Shooting some fairly large bullets. 45, the original hand cannon, until 44 Magnums and 357s and stuff started popping up. I mean, it's still a pretty fat freaking bullet. I still need to get my hands on a 1911 that does 45. That's the original. They got custom parts for all those too. I bet. Okay, I need one of those. Now I gotta get the best looking hand cannon. Not the biggest hand cannon, but the best looking in my personal opinion. That goes to the one and only Desert Eagle, baby. Gotta get me a Desert Eagle. Of course, that's something for the future. I ain't got money for no Desert Eagle right now. I'm joining expensive. Especially because I gotta get one in that gold. I need that one. I need one in that gold titanium. It's not actual gold, because you know, if it was actual gold, the heat of that thing would start to melt it after a while. Gold is a very soft and brittle type of metal, but it's a titanium joint that looks gold, lasts far longer than actual gold would. That crap is pretty. I'm sure everybody knows what a gold Desert Eagle look like, and if you don't, look it up. God dog, it's a gorgeous gun. Of course, I gotta get it in 50 AE, can't be nothing less. 44 is cool and all, but you know, if this was 1995, then yeah, sure, I'd go with a 44. But this is 2025, baby. I need 50 AE, okay? Can't be nothing less. Can't be nothing less than that 50 AE. I'm gonna go 45. I mean, if I'm gonna go 44, it's gotta be a revolver. He is not holding that pistol correctly at all. I just realized that her fingers are going through the mag. The handguard, it ain't going through the, well, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it could be going through the mag. Fingers is way back. Fingers is way back, dude. It's a big pistol. I was trying to go with the Glock, but for some reason I could not see it. Alright, let me just go with the pistol. I could not see it. We're at 5 now. Oh no, we're at 6. We need the honey badger. I forgot the honey badger. Pull back. Pull back. We need the honey badger. I added that for a reason. Gonna be her submachine gun of choice. Actually a rifle. Honey badger is a rifle. Just a real short rifle. It's a SBR, short barrel rifle. We use that for a reason. Let's backtrack real quick. Matrix? There we go. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at that beautiful thing, holding that beautiful thing. Go ahead and reduce the color a little bit. I'm noticing a extreme brightness here. Short barrel rifle in the build. Okay. Right about there. Rifle quite well. But you can also see her quite well. Right to the tip of her dang head. Let's get them lights adjusted. This is nice. This is real nice. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do exactly for the snow setup, though. I don't think I can spawn trees. The trees won't have snow on them, most likely. I'd be pretty surprised if the trees I spawn end up having lights on them too. Like that was there for a good reason. Put that back. Lift the lights up too. Oh, lower them back. Yeah, I'm gonna figure something out. But even if we can't spawn no trees, just the snow in the background would be perfect. I'll probably use that gargantuan C-130 to really add on to the look of, war effort. I knew I was going to do this set. I'm like, it's got to be fucking perfection. All 3 sets got to be gorgeous. Forest set is going to be the not so saucy one. It's going to be more regular base military, and then the other 2 will be more saucy look. What we doing right now. Same for the snow one, but you're going to have the mask on and all that, the ski goggles and stuff. All 3 of them going to come out heat though. I was going to wait to do this character because I wanted to do all my other characters first since they're older, but I'm like, no, 4th of July is coming. We need some military themed stuff. Everybody loves 4th of July. Well, Americans at least. Everybody loves 4th of July. Everybody loves military theme. And everybody loves a pretty lady in some military gear. Okay? Whether it's realistic or not, the folks love it. The people love it. So I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna make a military theme for her. It's gonna be fly as fuck. We're gonna do some saucier military / police themed stuff. It's the police right now with the whole SWAT Spec Ops look. Where's the other submachine? That too, since we here. And then the last 2 sets for fire. I forgot about some of these old poses. Some of these old poses, man. Wonder if they're gonna add more. Or say forget it. People are adding their own anyways. That's the one thing I love about CD Projekt Red though with these updates that they do is it doesn't seem like they're trying to rely on modders. I just really hope they add the thing that would put this game over every other game in the fucking world right now. That is cutscenes, proper cutscenes for all the parts that should have cutscenes. So, I mean, that's a lot, but it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. That would make this game so much better. I've played through this game so many dang times. I have no real reason to play through again, kind of, sort of. Unless I just wanted to and I want to hear everything again, which will probably happen in the future. But if they added legitimate cutscenes and a good third person, a proper third person, man, shoot, dude. I would happily play through this game another 9 times. Okay, I've completed every ending. Which is extremely crazy coming from a guy like me who dang near does not ever do story games outside of like fucking Saints Row 3 and crap like that. If they gave this game a good third person and proper cutscenes, this would easily be better than, I mean, it's already pretty much better than most games on the market. I will happily play Cyberpunk over like 50, 60, 70, 90% of the games that have dropped since this game came out. Most games that have dropped since this game have been straight fucking poo in comparison. Shoot, this game is better than a lot of old games. That's just simple facts. That's not opinion, that's facts right there. This is a great fucking game. Story is immaculate. Voice acting is perfection. Even the little side characters and little side things that... Shoot, matter of fact, I got fucking... Man, I probably got like 1,500 hours on this game if you tie in Xbox One. And I just saw a cutscene I never seen yesterday while I was getting ready to do a photo session. I'm sitting here driving around trying to find a spot for Damu because I'm about to do her little Dipset outfit with her little American flag sweatpants and her Tim boots, looking like she's straight out the East Coast even though she a West Coast character, right? I'm driving and all of a sudden I get stopped. My car just stops. I'm like, the fuck going on? There's a bunch of NPCs in front of me. One dude, he starts driving off, and then another car comes toward him. She veers off the fucking road, falls into the water, and dies, dude. I jumped into the water, and there was a whole little Furkin. She had a weapon, some money, and like a little custom text joint. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't never seen that before. I've been on that road a million times. Never seen that. I forget what road it was, but it's the long road in the industrial area when you're over. It's hard to say. It's where all the Maelstrom are. There's a long road at the edge of the water near the docks. There was just a bunch of cars getting ready to street race. I ain't never seen that before. I was like, what the fuck? What is this? So I'm still seeing crap I ain't never even seen in this game. I got 1,500 hours on this piece. Yeah, sure, a healthy portion of it is doing this, but even then, if we count the parts where I've actually played to play, I probably still got like 600-700 hours in the dang game. So, I mean, I got fully built characters and all. You don't get fully built characters doing nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's like the fuck. I'm still seeing crap I ain't never seen. All this game is missing is proper cutscenes, cinematic, gorgeous, proper cutscenes that you could easily have in this game. Kind of like the endings. All the endings have those amazing cutscenes. We need more of that throughout this dang game. More of that in a proper third person. Because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that we have the option to make all these characters. You don't really get to see them. The first person doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know, maybe it's like a way for them to do it easier. Like you can see everything up close. But now imagine all the scenes where like your character is talking to another character and that's the most important part and they had cutscenes. Holy crap, man. This game would be untouchable. I mean, it's already practically untouchable. But with some proper cutscenes, it would be truly untouchable. Okay? Not very many games that's on this game's level. But even then, you could bring that even higher and make it even more untouchable and get even more sales if this game had some proper cutscenes and a really good third person. I know y'all can do it. I know they can do it. Will they? Hopefully. Hopefully. Because that would put this game to a whole nother level. I would happily play through it some more times. You would see that on the gaming channel for sure. For sure. You know, if, ands, or buts about it, I'd be on the gaming channel doing a playthrough right now. You know what I'm saying? Or I'd probably be doing a little bit of my photography first and then play through. Or maybe I'll do the playthrough first. Not like Cyberpunk is like super long. I could get it done pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on there, son. I'll be on there. I'd do all the endings all over again. Each and every single one of them. All over again. Including Phantom Liberty. I haven't done all the endings for Phantom Liberty yet. I've just been a little busy, you know what I'm saying, trying to get this stuff done and up. But when the time comes, they ever make it happen, oh, you know I'm on that. You know I'm on that. I am on that 100,000,000%. You just need, you know what I mean? Need them proper cutscenes, baby. A good third person. Proper cutscenes and a good third person. This game would be... It's already greater than pretty much dang near every game that's dropped on the market since this game released. With some proper cutscenes, and you wouldn't be able to get people off this dang game. I'm already knowing. I'm already knowing, dude. You can barely already get people off this dang game. Now you add some proper cutscenes, you'll never get people off this game. Proper cutscenes and a good third person. If somebody has a mod that they're working on where it enhances the third person, but well, you know, they're trying their best and it is pretty good, but it ain't that great either. Okay? I'm being 100% honest. It ain't what you really would be looking for in a third person. You know what I mean? It's an incredibly amazing attempt though, for sure, for sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's an incredible attempt, but I know CD Projekt Red could do the dang thing. Hope they do. Is it about to go gray again? Dude, it needed to rain again. It's already, we just had some rain and a bunch of storms. It's already back up to 104, man. Fart. That's a full 10 right there, folks. Those came out absolutely perfection. Now we move into the snow, hopefully. Hopefully. Alrighty, peoples. The snow set is completed. If you were wondering, where the fuck he gonna get snow from? There you go, snow, baby. Got giant buildings in the background to add on because I didn't want to make it look like she's in the barren strait. Although technically she is, but she's out in the deeper regions. So what I've done here was there's a map on Cold War that looks something like this. That map is pretty as fuck. Call it Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. For anybody wondering what Cold War is. You see the snow on the mountains. I mean, it looks great. And because of the way the light is, all we need for this, honestly, is a single lamp setup. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Actually, hold on, let me test out a multi-lamp. A multi-lamp still might work. I want it to look pretty natural though, and with the way the light is, we could definitely pull it off pretty easily. Oh, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get rid of all those. I think we only gonna need one lamp for this. That'll be mostly for a highlight lamp, pretty much. Is that about 2? So that look like? You see, a good highlight lamp might work. For the most part, the way the light is, I want to keep it mostly natural. I was gonna add a little bit of plant life, but there's so much dang snow out here. I'm like, you know what? We might not need too much plant life, and most likely because I made it look like somewhat like a military base. A lot of extra plants would get cut down and out of the way anyways. So this right here looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna do 30 for this one. Reduce a little bit of that gray. As you can see, she got the blue visor now instead of the fully blacked out. She got the fucking Super Desert Eagle with the what rifle? I don't remember what rifle she equipped it with. It's a nice rifle, that's for sure. I could just remember or see it. Desert Eagle's mad nice. Where's the dang gun poses? What the heck, man? Where's the SMG joint and all that? Oh, really? I just did all that? How did we manage to pass it? I don't think we passed it. I think we're just acting dumb. She's got 2 rifles. I'm kind of scarred because it's got that big boot on the back, I think. I don't remember. It's a nice rifle, though. It's a real fancy rifle. Right about there is good for our first joint. Although she's stepping on the rock, which is not good for the ankles. I'm trying to think here. Do I want to go with an extensive light, or do I want to keep the light natural? Because with the single lamp, this is pretty dang good. We're getting light from the sun, and then the artificial light we got going too looks pretty dang great. Looks pretty great. Let me see something though. You know what might help actually is a light blocker, maybe. Well, maybe not actually. Depends on how it does on the shadow. Okay, maybe not, because it's not going where I'm trying to actually block the light. I needed it to be here. Not doing that very well. It's just a big square here. It ain't really doing its job too well. It ain't doing its job too well at all. Alright, never mind then. I guess not. One lamp would do just fine though. Good. Now we just gotta start taking pictures because this is clean. Set up a little bit. Now we just gotta start taking some pictures. The Arctic setup. Would you be in the Arctic wearing something like this? Absolutely not. But that is the beauty of video games. I mean, there's definitely people that have done that, but I've seen, okay, not even gonna lie to you, younger Jaden has seen his fair share of snowy winter pinup theme, okay? And that's why we doing this right now, because all that stuff was always swaggy when I saw it back then. I'm like, you got to be freezing. Shoot, she look great though. It might be freezing, but she look great, so that's what matters the most. Doing a photography in the theme of sauciness. It's not really about the practicality. It's more about the great looking, the idea of it, how well you can execute it. Like now. Would it be smart to be in snow like this? In this little outfit? Absolutely fucking not. Unless you plan on freezing to death. Absolutely not. But, looks great. That's what matters the most sometimes. It's like I always say, sometimes swag is more important than the form. That crap be the truth, because I didn't see a few of them type of pinup photo shoots where it'd be dead in the middle of the winter. Seeing people out there and wearing practically nothing. But it looked good. That's what we're doing right now. Not used too many of those. I've already kind of used a lot of those. With the fucking blue goggles too. You can see your eyes quite well, actually, surprisingly. I didn't think you would be able to see your eyes that well. You know, the usual shading that I do to ensure that there's a nice dense amount of color, but not too much. Looks great. You can actually see your eyes pretty dang well. I didn't think you would be able to. But you can indeed. What am I doing for the stream? I think I might do a little bit more Cyberpunk. I think there's more 4th of July themed stuff that I can do. Heard all that snapping, crackling, popping. That's my dang chair. I need a new chair, realistically. The chair is so dang sturdy, I just ain't never thought about it. It's a sturdy chair, but it looks like crap. But you know, if something is lasting perfectly fine and it's still very comfortable, may as well ride it till the wheels fall off. It's not the first time I've done that. I had a chair that was way older than this. I had that chair for a long time. And one time I'm sitting there listening to some music, doing what we're working on, whatever the heck I was working on, probably a Warcraft video at the time. I go to sit back and the chair bends in half. That chair was so old, and all the years of sitting back day after day after day, chair finally gave up, and that joint snapped in half on me. I went to sit back, and when I did, I just started slowly leaning backwards, but I couldn't tell it was happening at first because it was a very, very slow lean back, and it just kept happening. I'm like, what the fuck? And then my legs is flailing. The chair finally gave up after like fucking 10 years. It took 10 years for that chair to finally give up. It was like, alright, I've had enough. It bent back at the fucking at the post. The post cracked in half. It turns out when I looked down at the chair, it been cracked. It just finally gave up. That crack was long, which told me that it'd been happening for a while now. That chair wasn't nearly as sturdy as this chair is. This chair is a far heavier, far more dense and sturdy chair. It's made out of metal. That one was mostly plastic. This chair I'm sitting in now is heavy. So this thing is probably like a good... I don't know, honestly. I don't know how to gauge a chair because of their weird oblong shape. How do you gauge the weight of a chair without putting it directly on a scale? I have never done because, well, not really a whole lot of purpose to putting a chair on a scale, really. I don't ever remember seeing this pose. I'm trying to use mostly the poses I don't make much use of. I've never seen this one. Look great though. Out here in a barren street, boy. Because all you got is the big old military base. Just swagged up, you know. Also, I thought I messed up last photo with the character's outfit having them big old knee pads. That apparently is normal. The knee pads are normally that size, which makes sense because if they were too tight, the way the knees bend, it probably wouldn't look very great. I thought I had goof. Her knees big as fuck. That's normal. Up a little bit. That coloring is perfection. These are a real nice bronze skin tone. Pretty hard to pull off with a pale character. That look good though. We get to see the sun rays in the background. But back to the military base. Oh, these are the umbrella poses. That's why she's supposed to be holding an umbrella. We don't need the umbrella. All we need is this house. Actually, make a so she's bending too far, too weird. Actually, I'll keep her head normal. Oh, you know what? That kind of works. We ain't here for the umbrella. We here for this house, baby. We here for this house. Winter gear. This was one of the. Honestly, this was one of those characters that at first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make a character who's based solely on military theme. Honestly, I'm glad I did, because this is one of my in terms of doing photo shoots for, she has easily become one of my favorite. The military outfits is always swaggy. She works perfectly. You know, honestly, I think I did a dang good job at making a stern-looking military character, who, you know, but is also simply drop-dead gorgeous. You know, them psyop type characters. We be seeing them dang stupid military memes pop up, and it's like the fucking some type of super gorgeous lady talking about, oh, why I joined the military, but she is definitely not in the military. You're just using her for ads and crap. Get people to join. I think I mean, I can't even say it's harder to get people to join today than it was back then. A lot of people were never the biggest fan of the idea of military. I have a crap ton of people in my family who've been in the military. A lot of times it comes down to not really having too much ideas on what else there is to do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't really trying to go. You know what I mean? They ain't got no better ideas. I done heard a million people in these modern days, especially TikTok. It's always these goofy TikTok fools who don't know what the fuck they talking about. Where they'll say, men used to go to the military back in the day. What happened? They weren't going by choice. A lot of those people were not going by choice. What in the fuck makes you think you want to see somebody get blown apart? You know what I mean? Because well, especially if you get enlisted. If you get enlisted, like they trying to force people into, it's like a near war. You're sent automatically to the, oh shoot. You're sent automatically to the fucking front lines, baby. Most people wasn't trying to do that. One of my grandpas, he had did it the brilliant way for the Vietnam War, so that he wouldn't get enlisted to the front lines of it. He said, I'm gonna join before, and that way I can choose what I want to do. So he joined the Navy, I think. Like, that is pretty dang smart. So if you join before they start enlisting, then you can make your choice. Because if you're going in off enlistments, if I'm saying it the right way, I don't know if I'm saying it the right way. Shoot, you're getting sent to the front line, youngster. Getting sent to the front line, boy. Gonna have you out there beefing. All men used to go to war, not on purpose. Not on purpose. I'm sure a lot of those 18, 19, 20-year-olds back in the day with World War I, World War II, Korean War, fucking the Vietnam War, then the Cold War, I'm sure a lot of those people didn't go by choice. Fucking officer pulled up at the front door and said, hey, you have a couple of young men in your house? We need them. Boys wasn't trying to do that. Who the fuck? You know what I mean? Ain't nothing glorious about going to war. You make a friend and then you know, see the worst. It is getting dark as fuck in here. The rain, is it raining yet? Or is it just cloudy? I love how they say fire weather and there's rain coming. Y'all gotta, you know what I mean? Y'all gotta make a choice. Is it raining or is it fire weather, baby? This bullcrap ain't getting on my dang face for some reason. Really? Dang Windows tab is stuck open. I can't close the game. I can't back off the game. Why something stupid always gotta happen, huh? Well, that's the end anyways. We did all three sets. These came out absolute perfection. I can't really check to see how the winter photos came out because, well, the Windows button is in the way. Alrighty, and with that being said, my good peoples, these are three gorgeous sets. All three of these came out nice as fuck for the military theme. 2 military themes, 1 spec ops theme. All 3 came out great. 1 regular military, 2 Saucy. All 3 are absolutely incredible. Look, y'all enjoyed this video. That's good. If you didn't, that's good. Hold on, let me show y'all how big these buildings are real quick. You grab something, fast. I don't think she got any Jackie's bike actually. No. Let me show y'all how big these dang buildings are. I wanted to ensure that you see them, because the buildings on Cold War, you see them pretty easily. Okay, I wanted you to know what you're looking at, outside of the fact that, you know, it's a little building in the distance. So this is Carrie's villa, but I got it like an extra 20 feet off the dang ground, just because. Then this building right here, I don't know what the fuck this building is. It's massive. Okay, ride through that. Then you got these 2 behemoths out here that I really can't even show you. But they're so dang big, y'all probably thought they was on the land with the rest of them. Nah. That building is as tall as the dang mountains, and that building is almost... Those came out heat too, with the volumetric fog. That's why I want to keep it on, because you can see the sun rays, so this is what it looks like without it. Which is clean, but I wanted to see the sun rays. And plus it's snowing, so this is the one point where volumetric fog would actually help and not harm. That being, what the fuck? What out the Desert Eagle? With that being said, my good peoples, okay. Ooh, I forgot you could go in first person. Like, with that being said, my good peoples, if you enjoyed this video, that's good. If you didn't enjoy this video, that's good either way. You watched it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, share with people, join Legendary Clan Sports and become legendary. I do all things photography. Okay, virtual, real life, sometimes AI. With that being said, I'm going to get up on out of here. And actually, what time is it? 2:42? I got some time. I'm about to do a little quick 3-hour stream. With that being said, I'm out.